What is up, guys? We are back. Episode 13 of Keeping It Blunt with Mary and Caleb. We took last week off. First time we've done that. 3 months strong, no weeks that we've missed. So I'm pretty proud of that. But last week we both were crushed with life. So had to take the week off. We are back. We have a great episode for you guys today. Before we get into everything, what up, my dude? How are you doing? Tell the fam how things are going.
It's good, man. Last week I was at Florida State spring game on Saturday, so that was fun to go to. Had a couple beers. It was raining the whole time, so I kind of, put a damper on some things. But yeah, it was fun. Got to meet some people, see some people I haven't seen in a while. It was cool. Other than that, man, I got a couple weddings coming up, so that'll be fun. Other than that, life's good. Just same old. You know what I'm doing. All my fans, all y'all out there watching, y'all know.
Vendors, Caleb just doing his thing, going crazy. Weddings, I'm glad to hear that because obviously no weddings that much for the last year. One of my best friends just had a baby. I'm double vaxxed. Today is my 2 week after the double vax, so I'm officially an Avenger. I'm starting to feel shit like crazy. Super speed, I would think a little bit. I know the super strength is starting to come out. We'll see within the next couple days. I'll keep you guys updated on the Twitter. And by the way, for the Twitter, go check us out at Perry Aston below me, CHS Knoll for my buddy right over there. Of course, our page for Keeping It Blunt, which was a great time this week. We've been covering a lot of stuff on there, having some fun on the page. Check it out. Keeping it _blunt. And then we're brought to you by Unwrap Sports. Check that out on Twitter, Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube, go on Facebook, go hit like there. We are very appreciative of you guys checking that out. And before we get right into it, I want to remind everybody, if you're gambling, be a degenerate with us and go to mybookie.ag. If you use code USN100, it will double your first deposit all the way to $1,000. Minimum was $45, I think it was, so it's nothing. Throw a little bit in there. Double your money and an extra sign-up bonus. It's beautiful on here. Sportsbook. There's our boy Corey Seager for the Dodgers. I love it. You see all the promotions that they have going on, live betting, casino, everything that you can ask for on a book is on MyBookie. And if you get double your money if you do it with us with code USN100. So go check that out for us, people. We very much appreciate that. So let's get right into a little roll-up, pull-up. What are we smoking on today, my friend?
I've got a little bit of the leftover gelato, my man. It's, it likes to hang around. I don't know why. It lasts a while. You always had it multiple weeks, so, that's what I've got rolling in. I don't have my King Pobs tonight, but I am rolling around with a semi-clean bowl. I semi-cleaned it, didn't, let it get too nasty on me. But that's what I'm rocking with tonight, the gelato, the bowl. I'm drinking a little Cabernet Sauvignon on the side as well. Ooh. Taking a little chill with the wine tonight. A little 19 Crimes. If you guys like wine or anything like that, it's a good brand. So check it out. It's good stuff, man. What do you got going for us?
I love it. You're gonna love this too. Gelato is back in the building. I have a little bit back. I also have a good mixture. I got gelato. We have some sour diesel here. Jack Herrera as well. I got a little bit of everything hanging around. So as you can see, tons of legal medicine here at my place. Of course, Caleb's still rocking in Florida. They're not quite there yet.
Yo, don't stitch me out, bro. FBI might go on.
Right, because your Florida State banner behind you, headband and T-shirt didn't give it away.
That's true. Facts. They're not worried about me. Both
smoking up on some good. So everybody, please chime in with us. Let us know. If you are smoking on anything, drinking on anything, hanging with us, whatever it is, tell us what's up. I really appreciate all the love that everybody shows us on a week-by-week basis coming in here with us. It's been really, really great. So for our poll this week, for you stoners out there, I know you still love your fast food. For you people on a tight budget, I know you still love your fast food. People that just want to live a little bit, even when they're doing well financially, and said, you know what, I don't feel like I want to make anything at 12 in the morning. I'm going to one of these places. So for our roll-up, pull-up today, we have, what is your favorite fast food restaurant? And we had some good conversation on this poll. As you know, and Caleb, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. But before we hear your opinion, my friend, we need to hear what the people said. So Popeyes was our number one selection at 33%. I think a little recency bias with the chicken sandwich craze and everything popping there, but I know that that is nationwide too. So I put that on there. Popeyes, 33% was our winner. McDonald's, which to be honest, I thought was going to take the cake, comes in second at 29%. Taco Bell, the official food of stoners across the country, 24%. I'm shocked. I'm seriously shocked. I thought that was going to at least come in second. And Carl's Jr. / Jack in the Box. If you haven't heard of Carl's Jr., maybe it's called Hardee's where you are, but they have them everywhere. Jack in the Box nationwide as well. So I threw that as a combo, almost like that one week where we said Japanese food / Chinese food because we wanted it to hang with the other ones that we thought were tier one. And Jesse, what up, my dude?
What's up, Jesse?
Appreciate you popping in, brother. So we put those there, and it got 14%, a respectable 14%, I think I can say. Other popular answers that we got from some responses, Chick-fil-A and Wendy's were two that were discussed as well. So when I'm going to say mine first, I'm going to let you go second. I picked McDonald's here. Hey, I know that that sounds disgusting to certain people, but for me, I do not give a fuck. McDonald's is consistent. You grab yourself some McChickens, you go double, fries are the best in the game. I don't care if they spray it with preservatives so it stays good for 16 years in my cabinet if I left a small fry. Who cares? 16 years later, I'm going to enjoy those beautiful taste of these fucking fries. So end of the day, supersize me. Didn't stop me then. It's not going to stop me now. So McDonald's number one. For me, it's got to be Taco Bell numero dos. I think it's just, again, maybe what I know, what I came up on, official food of stoners everywhere, if I can say so myself. And then on this list in particular, we'll go Popeyes and then the latter. So hit me with your opinion. What is your fast food hierarchy?
Yeah, we got some good variants here, though. Like, this is like a good variance in votes. I think it's our closest one yet. Like, well, not closest. I mean, it's still, fairly close. But yeah, it was good. A lot of variance here in the answers. Love that for the fans. But my number one was McDonald's as well. You can't pass up McDonald's. Just
there you go, McDonald's. But I mean,
I don't care who you are. You like McDonald's. You like
Anthony Conover says Chick-fil-A number one. Call this a terrible show.
Okay. If Chick-fil-A would have been in the poll, Chick-fil-A would have been my number one, though.
But tell me that Chick-fil-A and Popeyes right then and there, I don't think that it would have gotten as much love one way or the other.
It would have gotten a lot of love. It would have got a lot.
I felt like I had to pick one and let the responses flow in for what other people want.
Oh yeah, that works. That's fine. I mean, Chick-fil-A. But I'm just saying, if Chick-fil-A was on there, I would say Chick-fil-A is number one. McDonald's 2. Then I go to TB as 3. Popeyes, then Carl's Jr. Jack in the Box.
Okay. I think we're on the same wavelength. So I'll throw another one at you. And I don't know how well you guys know it on the East Coast, but how well do you know In-N-Out?
I've had In-N-Out, but it's not as good as Whataburger.
Okay, so whoa there, buddy. So Whataburger.
Yeah, you never had a Whataburger then.
Let's stop there because I went to Arizona State, so we did have one.
You had a Whataburger
right on the outskirts of campus. Like walking this. I take 2 skips on Whataburger. So I promise you, there were enough high and drunk nights at Arizona State that I ended up there and got one of those like chicken tender sandwiches with toast. Those things are fire.
Did you get a honey butter chicken biscuit, bro?
I did. So with that being said, though, I've heard from people that went to school with me that were from Texas in particular that said the quality of food at the Arizona Whataburger just wasn't the same as Texas or other places. So maybe I haven't had top tier Whataburger, but I for sure had it and doesn't even come close to this list.
In-N-Out, it does not even come close.
You see, I think that's where we're looking at it from different coasts here because In-N-Out is a top tier. The thing is this, the selection at In-N-Out, bottom tier.
It's terrible tier.
It's small selection. They do what they do and they do it fabulous. So I think
it's good, but it's not like that good. Like it's not worth the hype that everybody gives it.
It's not like when you go to a fast food restaurant, they practically throw your sauce in your bag and tell you to go fuck yourself as you drive away. At In-N-Out, they're paying them like $3-4 over minimum wage. Like In-N-Out is family owned, isn't public, has taken care of their people for a long time. So it's very good service. And I can say Chick-fil-A, the My Pleasure people of America are definitely top tier service for fast food as well. They're very good. They're very on it. They're not tucking shit at you and like McDonald's sometimes and stuff. Like McDonald's would be like, hey, can I get 3 ranches? And they'll give you like half a ranch. They'll somehow have like severed this ranch in half. No, it's fine. We're just rationing today. So enjoy this small bit of buttermilk. And you're like, are you fucking serious? I just ordered like $40 worth of McDonald's high from you. And all I asked for was 3. So I feel like that's one thing that some places will kind of tell you to go fuck yourself, but other places, when they get paid well, they don't treat you like you're at fast food.
Yeah.
This was a good
Chick-fil-A's got a lot of money, so.
This was a good one. I like it.
All right,
we're going to stay on the food.
Fast.
We're staying on the food theme. We're going puff fast. And we're bringing cereals back. We're bringing it back. And first time we went with a lineup of sugary cereals. We definitely loaded it up there and had some fun with it. Today, I guess, if you want to call them boring, they're not sexy, but they get the job done. They most definitely get the job done. And we're going to see what 2 you're going to puff on, which you're going to pass on. For the people out there, if you don't know, if you're a first-time viewer of Keeping It Blunt, we pick 2 that we'll puff on, 1 that we'll pass on. 3 things, very similar things in a category. And 2 of them we puff on, and 1 we can choose that we can live without, that we pass on. Now, is it my turn to go first, or is it yours this time, Caleb? Because
I think it's mine. I think you've been going for.
We'll throw it to you. So, which 2 are you puffing on between Frosted Flakes, Raisin Bran, Honey Nut Cheerios? Again, not the sexiest list, but they get the job done. So, tell me, which 2 are you puffing on? Which one would you pass on?
I mean, they're all solid, popular cereals. Like, people know.
Like this is like the 6, 7, 8 seed of cereals.
Yeah, they're fine. But my number 1 puff is gonna be on Frosted Flakes. You get a little bit more with that, with the sugary coating on the outside or whatever they have on it. Honey Nut Cheerios, I'm puffing on as well, because you get throw a little bit of sugar on there and mix it with your milk. It's good stuff. Raisin Bran, I'm not a huge raisin person, so I think I'm going to pass with a raisin.
So, my friend, surprisingly enough, my first puff is Raisin Bran. And call me crazy, call me old, but I love Raisin Bran. I don't eat it all the time. I'm not like the biggest cereal guy in the world, but I love Raisin Bran. I think it's great. I'm going to pick that as my first puff. My second puff, I'm going to Honey Nut Cheerios, and I'm going to pass on Frosted Flakes. Shocker of the day. I'm passing so hard on Frosted Flakes.
Everybody disagrees with you.
I don't know what happened there, but just so unsexy there for Frosted Flakes, if you're asking me. And I think with Raisin Bran, I like raisins personally. So you got that good contrast there, that crunch, the raisin. Honey Nut Cheerios, I like the honey. I like that taste there. Frosted Flakes aren't bad, but are they good? That's the question. Are they? Is there something to it? Honey Nut Cheerios is the classic. I think we agree with you here. Which one? You passed on. We both puffed on Honey Nut Cheerios today.
Yeah. So everybody can like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Consistent puff, and that good marketing too. You love the little B. You've always loved them. I think it's a good cereal.
We've all probably had them since we were like 3 years old.
100%. And I feel like all 3 of these brands have been around since we were like 3 years old. And my dad used to eat a lot of Raisin Bran, so that may factor into why I like it, because it was in the house and I was exposed to it. But I seeked out Frosted Flakes and Honey Nut Cheerios on my own, and I've come to this conclusion. So, Matt, thank you for jumping in, saying what's up to us. We appreciate everyone that's came in so far to hang with us. And we've had a good food discussion to start out here, and we're going to roll it into a slightly more somber topic here. And it's been a crazy 2 weeks since we've been off, this week in particular. Rest in peace to DMX, just an absolute legend in the rap game. Every video you see of DMX online, he's at some random bar mitzvah dancing with people or gifting somebody something or just going and doing some crazy stuff. And I feel like not a lot of people live their life as full as DMX did. It's really sad to see a guy go so early. Obviously, it was a weird way because of the fact that he was announced dead, and then they said he was on life support. Then the next day, the family confirmed. So there was definitely some premature condolences. But at the end of the day, it's a really rough time for especially his family, everybody close to DMX, but his fans and anybody that grew up with the rap game really knows who this is and how instrumental he was in the culture growing up. So I'm sad to see him go. You know,
If you grew up like in the early '90s or maybe mid '90s, DMX late '90s when he was at the top of his game, he kind of carried on what Pac and Biggie kind of started. The gangster rap. From out the streets, and just was super real with what he had to say in his
right.
music. He brought so much hype and emotion to the crowds wherever he was at. He was just that all around person. Sad to see it, him pass away the way that he did, but just prayers out to his family. Not much else to say. Just overall, like you said before, a legend of the rap game.
Just absolute legend, and like you mentioned, the energy off the charts. And it's contagious when you saw him performing, especially. So we're going to move into some cool bit of news here. A lot of trending news that we have going on. To start, Uber. I think everyone uses Uber. Everybody at some point has used Uber if they don't use it consistently in their daily life. You definitely, Uber, Lyft in particular, but I think Uber is technically number one. I would say that biggest brand. I'm pretty sure one of them bought Uber Eats bought Postmates, I'm pretty sure, or the other way around where Postmates acquired Uber Eats. They both decided to stay separate entities and have their own platforms still stay, but there definitely is one that owns, if not part or all of the others. So definitely Uber Eats and Uber are just a conglomerate in the space. And we're here to talk a little bit of cannabis news because the CEO of Uber says they might get into the cannabis delivery industry. Tell me your thoughts.
I think it's awesome.
Awesome.
Genius. I mean, Uber's going to take over everything. So whatever companies are doing that now, they're going to have to make a deal with Uber or something, just because Uber is such a huge thing already. They already do food and they already pick you up and take you where you need to go. So why not deliver weed to people since weed's going to be pretty much legalized everywhere at some point, here in the future. And it's just something that's coming upon us. So smart move on their part.
I agree. And I feel like you can get all over it while you can be ahead. No one's really taken the official legal route to delivering weed beyond a few different brands. But traditionally, if you had anything delivered, it's something sketchy or somebody that's not necessarily official, which is great and all. But I think at the end of the day, as it becomes more mainstream, more legalized everywhere that we go, we need to have that big company that spearheads this. And I think it's great. Like you mentioned, imagine them dropping you off, like we mentioned with food earlier, Taco Bell and an eighth. Joe in a Honda Accord pulls up in 6 minutes and he has your chalupas and your gelato. Like, are you serious right now? That sounds like the life, but it sounds like the future. I feel like it's going to happen pretty soon. And it's cool to see them talking about this.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be cool to see it happen because it's bound to happen at some point. I just think it's just not being talked about, but it's going to happen.
I agree, and I'm cool. It's cool to see the CEO already talking about it. So we have Steve Urkel, portrayed by Jaleel White. You guys know him from Family Matters. Great show. Everybody knows Steve Urkel. He is coming out with his own cannabis company, and Purple Urkel, which seems like the perfect name in the world, has now arose. And I want to hear your thoughts on Family Matters star turned cannabis mogul.
Purple Urkel, baby. Purple Urkel.
How great is that?
Dude, it fits so well. What if he has a strain or something and he names it Purple Urkel? Like, what do you like? I wouldn't want to try that somewhere. That would be insane. Like, that's crazy. But good for him. It's a great venture. It's really taking off right now. It's only going to get bigger, like we were saying before. So overall, it's gonna be awesome. It's just crazy. I can't believe it's Purple Urkel.
It's awesome, and I feel like we've talked about a lot of different celebrities, ex-athletes that are now diving into the cannabis industry. But it's cool to see someone brand so well. Like you mentioned, Purple Urkel, we're smiling about it because it just fits so perfectly. You want to immediately go out there and buy it. It's not just Lil Wayne or something putting out a strain. This is something where you're like, that is so funny. I need to go check that out. So branding, A1, Julia White. I think you're awesome. So Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song, welcome a baby boy. When have they been together? Since when? That is the most random couple
they've been together for like 5 years.
I had no idea.
I think they've been together for like
I had no idea. This was so random to me. When I saw this, and the last thing I remember from Macaulay Culkin was him super fucking
I mean, yeah.
I remember him
through that phase of his life.
Off the rails. And I'm glad to see him that he got sober and that he's doing well. But since when did he bag Brenda Song? Like this was so out of left field for me. And now we got a baby coming.
London Tipton, dude.
Brenda's a dime. She's
a good looking lady.
Macaulay, good job, my friend. That's awesome. Just shout out to them. Don't have to spend too much time on it, but they're welcoming a baby boy. I think that's awesome. Random couple of the day for us. So Amazon Studios and Serena Williams, they're creating both a scripted and an unscripted piece of content, including a biographical docu-series centered on her professional and personal life. Serena Williams doing crazy stuff, having her baby, performing in a high, crazy tournament, pregnant, has so many majors you can't even put it on paper. It's just such a phenomenal story for her. So I think this is going to be really cool. Amazon is signing deal left and right with people. So there's going to be a lot coming from them.
I love documentaries, so I'm all for this. I'm going to watch it. She's one of the all-time greats. So I don't know who's not going to watch it, but, I'm pretty sure everybody will when it comes out. It's going to get hyped up even more. We're just now hearing about, all the lowdown, but once it starts being advertised and everything, people are going to be like, oh, wow, it's going to be dope. So looking forward to it just to see what it's about, see if it's a little bit more personal side of her, because we don't really get to see a lot of that from Serena. Right. So that'll be cool. Yeah, hopefully that's in there. But other than that, I'm excited, just to see it.
I agree. I think it's great. Amazon putting themselves on the map. Serena Williams, just a hell of a woman, and cannot wait to hear her story more in depth. So this is a one that I want to throw to you and hear your thoughts. You're my golf guy here. And we have Hideki Matsuyama winning the Masters. And he gets that green jacket etched in the history books of golf. Talk to me about this. Was this something you expected? Is there any storyline to follow from this one?
I didn't know. I didn't think about him to be able to win this, but I mean, he is a good golfer. He's only 29 years old, but he played very well. He hit everything right, did everything right. It's a big win for his country and him. Japan, he's going to be like a
god.
Yeah, he's going to be like a god to them.
Yeah.
Like he is the coolest person in Japan ever. You win the Masters, so it's cool, really cool for him. Apparently he got really drunk the night before and had to get on a plane the next day, and somebody saw him in the airport and took a picture of him and had the green jacket just hanging over the seat cushion at the airport. So probably just traveling back to Japan where he's gonna be celebrated. I hope he gets really
so casual with the green jacket draped over the airport seat.
Just no worries. Like any other jacket.
It's I got this at a flea market. This is Goodwill. I just found it just chilling. So good for you, Matsuyama, to his country. Huge win. Great to see someone that we don't expect come up and win such a big tournament here. So something a little bit more somber. I hate seeing this. Jamal Murray, unfortunately, tears his ACL. It was with a minute left in the game. Really, really tough to see. So, and the Nuggets were rolling. Especially
they were rolling. This is going to interrupt everything that they were trying to do.
They acquired Aaron Gordon, and that was the perfect acquisition for them. Perfect for his career. Perfect for them. Michael Porter is just going crazy. I feel like they were, like you mentioned, finally starting to hit their stride, and this might just put a wrench in everything. They're ready, kind of struggle on the defensive end. So it's really the Trailblazers or the Nets kind of playbook to where you just have to outscore the other team. And without your guy there, I just don't see it happening here for them, unfortunately. And now it moves the Clippers up in the rankings, especially with how well they've been playing.
It doesn't matter.
It's tough, man. Like, I mean, Jamal Murray, I'm hearing like 12 months. Like, we'll probably miss next.
Yeah, he's gonna miss a long time. I mean, you tear your ACL, you're gonna miss a while. So,
so rough.
I mean, it sucks for them. Yeah, I mean, they're right on the verge of being there, and then they just can't do it. You know, they make all the right moves, like you're saying. It's just kind of an impossible situation for them to overcome because Jamal Murray was their leader from the point guard position. So that's a big loss for them. It might help the Lakers a bit, but we'll see how much, as long as we see when AD and LeBron come back. But that's the only thing I'm really worried about.
I mean, the Lakers have the number 1 defensive rating in the league. So one thing they can say is that they play their defense. They can definitely bother people for a 7-game series. The Nuggets here already struggle on D and now lose a big part of their offense. And like you mentioned, the anchor of their offense at the point guard position. Tough, man. Tough. So, you know, that one sucks. We got some cool news, though, about A-Rod, right?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop it for you guys. A-Rod is reportedly finalizing a $1 billion deal to purchase the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the basketball team of Minnesota. Apparently, even Anthony Edwards, the rookie, was asked about what his thoughts and if he watched A-Rod play baseball. And he was like, "Who is Alex Rodriguez?"
I saw that.
Yeah, so he doesn't even know who he is. That was some of the funniest shit I saw. I was like, oh my god, this kid's like 19. So like
the funniest thing too that I saw another Anthony Edwards video that I put up on the Hoops page, and he was having an interview saying that he played baseball. He could have went to the MLB, is what he said, and he played 3 positions. He actually played baseball, was part of that sport, and still doesn't know what A-Rod is. That's either him just not caring and just trying every sport but not caring at all about actually watching it or paying attention, or it's a testament to the MLB doing the worst job in the world marketing their players to people that don't watch the game religiously, you know. And if it wasn't for A-Rod going and dating every famous person that you can, who knows who would even know who A-Rod is if you're not a baseball fan. Baseball does a terrible job.
Yeah, they don't market very well. We know that. Yeah, I mean, it's proven nowadays. Like, I mean, you can market Mookie, you don't market Mookie, you don't market Tatis, you're kind of stupid doing all that. But that is what it is. It's not going to change. You can't. Baseball's just not going to do it. Like that, it's just not their thing, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, if you don't know who A-Rod is and you used to play baseball, there's probably a problem. You know, I don't know. He might not be the smartest cat, on the block, but. Like you never know. I mean, if you play baseball, you should know who A-Rod is. Everybody knows who A-Rod is, especially just off of the scandal with steroids and shit like that. I mean, you got to know who A-Rod is. So I don't know if he was just joking around or what the deal was. Who knows what was going on?
Dating Madonna, dating J-Lo. I feel like there's been so many times that you definitely should know who A-Rod is. If you watch Shark Tank and you've seen him on there as a guest judge, or a guest investor, shark, whatever. I definitely think this is funny. Anthony Edwards, he's balling out though. He's balling out.
He's balling out. He's getting the ball a lot, especially with all these players missing for him. Malik Beasley's injured, and D'Angelo Russell just got back, but Cat's been missing for personal reasons a couple games. So I don't know what's going on with them and that, but we'll keep it moving here. Shaq, we'll keep it in basketball at that. Shaq paid for a man's engagement ring because this man apparently had it on layaway to, propose to his fiance or something at some point. So Shaq went ahead and paid for it. There was a nice little video that I was able to see on it. I thought it was pretty cool.
So you think it's cool? I agree. I saw some people online that disagreed. I saw some people online were saying stuff along the lines of, an engagement ring is supposed to be that one thing that you pay for. You have a specific amount that you pay for it, if that's not limited to each person. But, there's those taboos that it should be X amount per, X paychecks kind of thing, or X month worth of pay for you to get that. And I think that's just a taboo standard. But Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he picked out a better ring for the guy. He just paid for the ring that this guy already had put out on layaway. So it's not even a big
that's
deal.
awesome. I agree with you. I think that's a homie move. If you have the
So that
resources,
completely anybody who says that's just apparently didn't look at that fact. So
I agree. No, I agree with you.
completely
And I feel
erases
like
anything.
those people would 100% take that blessing if it came to them. If it came to them where you were able to have that money, put that towards your wedding, put that towards your honeymoon, anything to help that marriage more than having to spend all that money on a ring. If you don't have to, that money's going to go somewhere that you were going to spend it on. I feel like take your blessings. Come on, man. I mean, I know it's kind of on the center of attention because Shaq did it and it's all online. So I don't know if to some people that might come off as like a hit to your pride or embarrassing, but not me. I feel like that's just cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't have a problem with it. So everybody has a problem with it, whatever. But people might have a problem with the KD Shannon Sharp feuding going on online. Have you seen any of this?
Only a bit. I saw the end that Shannon Sharp blocked KD, and then
that's all I saw. Apparently, they've been going back and forth, and KD said, "I'm the one who's sensitive" or some shit like that.
Yep. He's like, "Oh, I'm the one that's sensitive because he gets blocked." And I think it's funny because KD is an absolute savage on Twitter.
He doesn't care. KD's got probably 3 burner Twitter accounts. You don't know.
At least.
He's already been caught with one before, so it's fine.
KD's a funny cat. KD's a funny guy. And I feel like Shannon Sharp is a funny guy too. And it's interesting that they're the ones that kind of strike up that beef. But at the end of the day, KD is as good as he is. And he was so soft-spoken at the beginning of his career. And then out of nowhere, the second he left the Thunder, it just became, I want to be this loud guy and just kind of get into it with everybody and try and show it on the court. But after he had that, you're the real MVP.
I think he was just so focused on winning a championship. And then once he did that, he could just relax a little bit. He could be himself. He could finally do that. I mean, I'm sure that's how a lot of these guys are.
I agree with you. I feel like KD is a funny guy. Shannon Sharp obviously gets paid to troll. Shannon Sharp gets paid to ruffle feathers and
he does
things. So KD is in the prime of his career right now playing. So I think if there is someone that should probably chill a little bit more, I would say KD than someone whose job is to technically be a troll and have big opinions on sports and sports figures. But
KD's already had this thing happen with Michael Rappaport where he was called of all these names and shit. You remember that?
Yep.
So we talked about that on our one episode. So yeah, he's already had all this go down and everybody's seen what he was saying to Michael Rappaport. It was bad.
KD is wild.
Bro. And ruthless on the internet. KD is. But yeah, Shannon Sharp, he probably did the right thing in blocking KD just to avoid a situation like that. But I'm sure they'll call each other. One of KD or him will get a hold of one of another's phone number, call them, be like, listen. I mean, if they're men, they'll do that. But if not,
I don't think KD gives a fuck. I don't think he wants. If anything, it's Shannon Sharp so he can keep his.
No, Shannon Sharp would have to call KD.
Yeah. For sure. KD's just like, bro, fuck off, dog. I'm gonna go drop 40.
Yeah, Shannon.
I'm gonna go drop 40 tonight, and you're gonna talk about it tomorrow. That's how our that's how our dynamic works, bro.
That's such a big fuck you, kind of though.
Yeah, 100%. And if I'm in the tabloids, who talks about it? You. I live rent free in your head. If that's
let me drop 40 one night.
Yeah, I'm dropping 40 in your head every night. You're here to talk. It's just like LeBron. LeBron lives in so much of the media's head, rent free. It's a slow sports day. They bring up the GOAT conversation or LeBron's controversy here or KD fucking up here. It's so funny how the media just strives to try and talk about these guys and piss off some people. But you will see with KD, he doesn't take that. He's going to go straight at you. Michael Rappaport, he was poking the bear until the bear starts coming at him and the guy's fucking whimpering on camera.
Yeah. Nobody likes Michael Rappaport.
Like that. I can't believe he did me like that. Bro, what do you mean? You just came right at him. You poked the bear and
You always do that. You do that with everybody. You always poke the bear, Michael, and now you want to play victim. Okay, cool.
And love that. Shannon Sharp's a little tougher than Michael Rappaport, so I'll tell you that.
Absolutely.
So it's not just him talking. At the end of the day, if it came to a fight, I don't know who I pick between Katie and Shannon Sharp. But I'd tell you probably be Shannon Sharp. So
Yeah, Shannon Sharp's big. I mean, Katie's kind of thin, but he's got the reach. He's got the reach. He's got the reach though. But he doesn't have the size that Shannon Sharp has. But
I agree.
I mean, maybe, who knows? KD just looks so skinny sometimes. But another basketball player, Paul Pierce, parting ways with ESPN. With some strippers when he was super fucked up.
Paul Pierce was wild. I'm gonna say that.
Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Did you see the video?
Yes, I did.
My god.
He was talking to girls in the comments, being like, "Why aren't you here? Like, you'll be making some money. Like, come hang." I'm like, "What? This guy's just trolling. He doesn't give a fuck." And he's got blunts in hand, doing his thing. End of the day,
he looks fucked up. He looks absolutely fucking destroyed.
Sideways. He looks sideways, bro. And he is straight up saying, "ESPN, find another anchor." Like how he said I'm gonna get fired for this shit. That's what he said. He said I'm gonna get fired for this shit. Is owned by Disney. You are a Disney employee with a blunt in your hand and 3 strippers twerking in the back. Like, how did you expect this to end?
You hear he said bounce it. He was saying bounce it. Yeah, bounce it in the video. I was like, Paul, man, you are fucked up.
He was just like, "Oh, you've never seen a double dribble like this."
he was killing me, man. I had never seen Paul Pierce like that, and so it was just like Paul Pierce is live. It's just strippers and drugs and alcohol, like, everywhere.
I love it. Before we move on to another awesome subject, I want to remind everyone, if you love Caleb, you love me, you love the rest of us, go support us at patreon.com/unwrapsports. See 3 different tiers here. First tier is just to help us out, $1 a month. And you see $5 and $10. That's when the perks start coming in. You get percentage off our shop at teespring.com/store/unwrapped. Into our Discord chat with a bunch of the Unwrapped family, talking gambling every day, giving you winning picks, having a good time in there, and you get entered into some giveaways. So please go check us out at patreon.com/unwrappsports.
Yes, sir. We'll keep it going. I guess our girl Steffi's gonna be excited about these, much like myself. White Claw Surge. They are upping the alcohol percentages in some White Claws. They're gonna call them surges, so they're upping them from they're at 5% right now. They're upping them to 8%. So you guys look out for those. I'm excited to see what those are like.
I'm pumped.
People keep saying it's gonna be like a Four Loko, but I don't think it's gonna be like a Four Loko.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be just more added sugars and more added stuff to where you don't taste the added alcohol they put in. It'll probably be a little bit of a bigger can. I haven't seen that, but it's funny because I saw online Four Loko pretty much said, like, respect your elders, because someone compared what they were doing to Four Loko, and Four Loko was like, pretty much we did it first. So, and Four Loko was wild. I don't know if anybody remembers.
I did Four Loko before they had to be like, the FDA had to come in and like say you can't put this shit in the drinks because it's like.
I remember that. Like, I remember it was like, yo, you cannot put caffeine in these things. People are almost dying, and they were like, but fuck it, we're having a good time.
That's when I first started drinking them.
Oh yeah, us too. 100%. Yeah. That's where we started. Then they went.
Those things are dangerous. That's where you would end up in the morning just looking like you're in a bush. You're like, oh, fuck.
The bush days. And then they took them away and brought them back, and they were more normalized. But
yeah,
still gnarly.
But they would still fuck you up. You ever had a Twisted Tea before?
I love Twisted Tea.
Twisted Teas would sneak up on me. I would have like 3 of those tall boys and just be fucked.
Twisted Teas are bomb. I love Twisted Teas.
They're delicious.
The Smirnoff Ices, not like the bottle ones, but the can ones, like the Ice Ultras or something.
I never had that.
There's some canned ones, and they're like dual flavor. A couple of those are really bomb too, but they're super sugary. So end of the day, it's tough to drink a lot of those.
Yeah.
But I'm pumped. White Claw Surge right in time for my Hot Boy Summer. Let's roll. Let's get it.
White boy summer.
Hot boy.
Oh, I thought you said white boy. My bad. Hot boy.
I'm Chet Hanks. Jesus.
Hot boy summer.
By the way, we didn't put this on the outline, but Chet Hanks, that's a great way to reference that. I think he is getting sued for like abuse or some crazy shit.
Who?
He used to be involved with Chet Hanks, the one that said white boy summer, the dumbass.
Oh, yeah.
He's got something following him. So when there's smoke, there's fire. When there's idiots.
That's why I laughed because of that.
Oh, hot boy summer. We're all having hot boy summers. Time. We're unleashing. We're back. I'm double vaxxed. Today's my 2 week. Today is the beginning of
summer. I got my first one Monday, so I'm good to go. My second one's in a month.
When did Caleb start playing quarterback for FSU? Michael, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, my man.
What's up, Michael? Thanks for the compliment.
Having the beautiful hair takes a lot of accessories to make him look good and different on every single show, Mike. You won't understand.
It doesn't take a lot. Just put the headband on and just push it back. It's easy.
You won't understand. Us old farts here, right? All of us. But Caleb is the most stylish old fart out of all of us.
I am. Sorry to
I can't pull off the headband anymore. Like, I'm past the headband point. Like, can you see me with a headband right now? Absolutely.
I mean, you might as well. Your hairline's kind of high, so I don't know.
Man, he's taking shots at my hairline right now. Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna have to wrap this show up early. Hold on. Oh my god. Wow. I'm boss like tomorrow, bro.
All right. Space Jam. Did you see the new trailer?
You just push that into the no hairline for LeBron space. Oh, dude. Oh my god. I can't. Oh my god. I can't.
Come back.
Caleb just did me like that. Michael, Caleb just did me like that. He just transitioned my hairline into LeBron's for a Space Jam topic. I cannot believe I was.
No, I just changed the subject. I didn't say anything about a hairline.
You did.
You just correlated it to it.
Oh man, that was
because of LeBron's hairline.
That was.
But yeah, have you seen the new trailer?
I have. I think it's cool. I think it's definitely. I like the graphics. I definitely like that. It just is definitely one of those weird renditions since you're so used to the old one kind of thing.
Right.
I mean, no one had a better comeback than LeBron's hairline, so it looks like we're gonna have to do some work. It's not that bad. Jeez, I can't.
Yeah, it might just be. Were you wearing a hat today?
I was wearing a hat today.
That's why.
I can't believe it. Caleb just ruined me on air.
I did. I'm just explaining to you why.
Like, put me in the hat. Put me in the dirt. God, I just aged like 10 years on this show.
All right, you gotta lead the rest of the show. I'm done.
I can't. I can't see anymore. My arthritis in my hands and my aging hairline is just preventing me from moving at a normal speed to keep the show going. Unfortunately,
relax. But, yeah, I love it. I'm pretty excited. The storyline seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
It does seem pretty good.
I like that it's a different storyline.
It is a different storyline, but it's a good storyline at the same time. I think it's a little bit more modern. You can tell, especially the graphics and everything. But I don't think they did a bad job with it at all. I'm excited to see it. We'll see what everybody else thinks. Usually, everybody will trash it just because LeBron's in it, and that's usually how it goes. So we'll see what kind of reviews it gets from critics who actually care about movies and things of that nature. So. I'm excited for it, man. I love seeing LeBron in movies. I think he was good in Trainwreck, even though, there's certain people in that movie I don't necessarily like. But, him and Bader were good in that movie.
Yeah.
Them two together were good. I liked LeBron in that movie. So we'll see, how it goes as him as the lead actor in a movie and all of his friends there. So it'll be interesting.
I agree. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be different. And I just like seeing a new twist. At the end, I think it was a great movie with MJ and the original Toon Squad, and that will always live on forever. And why can't we have something that goes side by side with it? Not that it's going to try and remake it detail by detail and make it better and more modern. That they're changing it. That's what makes it exciting for me. Like we talked about, it's a different storyline. You added different characters. I think now we have a side by side to keep this going on forever. Like when we show our kids, we'll show them the first Space Jam and then we'll show them the second one right after. Like I think that's super cool. Although for us who grew up on Space Jam and now have another one coming into our lives, I think about the next generation because I do view those movies as timeless movies. Really, I do. And I think it relates to us and brings that nostalgia back. And for kids, how do you not enjoy that? You get to see a little bit of stuff for us. You get to see the Looney Tunes and the fun graphics and all that. So I definitely love seeing this new rendition to Space Jam. And, you know, we're both big LeBron fans, so we're not going to go and hate because he's in it. I think it's great. If this was KD leading it or someone else, I would still be just as intrigued. I would still love to see another rendition of Space Jam with any player that is a big time player. I think just having it be LeBron fits with where the two of them
I
are.
think you got to become like the best player in the world at some point.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can do it because, I mean, it's the two best players ever to play the game.
Right. Agreed.
So, I mean, you got to have some balls to be able to do that.
So tell me about your next topic. What is cicadas?
The cicadas.
Cicadas.
They're like bugs, like fly around.
Well, why are
But
we
they because they're like they're called like every 15-year cicada or something like that, or like every 17 years.
Okay.
They come around. So when I lived in Tennessee a while back, they came out from underground and there were so many of them. And it's like a southeast thing, and they come out and they just like are everywhere. I went to like this pool complex thing. It was pretty cool. It's pretty big, like outdoor pool area. And the cicadas were just landing on us left and right while we were waiting in line to like go on the diving board or something like that. It was absolutely insane. Bro, it's like an infestation. They're huge, bro. They're like this big.
Nah.
Like, they don't do anything to you. They just land on you. But
they just land on you? Dude, I can't do that, dude. Me and Bugs just aren't like that. I'd be like, bro, like, get me out of here.
You wouldn't walk outside. You wouldn't even walk outside.
I'm such a bitch, bro. Like I ain't going with that. No way, bro. I'm going bug-free life. I mean, you can go with some mosquitoes here and there and that because they're just, it's natural to have them around. But dude, you just said, I'm imagining a swarm of these things. You just mentioned they come out like every 17, 18 years from underground. Like, how am I supposed to think this is normal when you have this swarm? It's chill, bro. They just land on your shoulder and just kick it for like 5 minutes. Like, bro, that's not.
They're just bugs that way. I don't know how it works.
So are they back?
Yeah, they're back this summer. So be prepared, Southeast.
So are they loud or just big?
They're loud. They make a lot of noise.
Okay,
you can hear them at night. It's like very.
So everyone's fucked, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, but it's kind of relaxing, like at night, like to listen to them.
It's cool. like a buzzing kind of thing.
It's like, yeah, I mean, kind of.
I think I've heard them in Palm Springs. I'm not sure, but
I mean, you could be hearing like crickets and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, but I feel like
it's a lot louder. You would like know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like some movie shit to me that I don't want to be a part of.
Like, they're not like locusts, bro.
See, those are the casual stories that Corey tells us from Australia every day. He's like, yeah, no, fine. I was just walking down the street and a swarm of bugs came and picked me up as like a herd of kangaroos went by. And
you know what you're about to get me into?
What?
How bad I want to fight a kangaroo.
Dude, I would run away so fast.
I mean, I'm sure I would too, but like just to like
as long as you're on land.
If it was guaranteed that you would survive, I would fight. I would want to fight a kangaroo.
If you're on land, nowhere near a body of water, because I have read and seen some videos where apparently kangaroos are like experts at drowning people, and they will go for that, like experts. Like they will get you to the water and they will drown you. Plain and simple. And like you realize that kangaroos, they are grown ass fucking men. That is the thing. Like
they're bigger than grown ass.
Some of them are small, But I'm telling you, dude, these things are like NBA players, and they are trying to drown you, dude. Like, and it's making noises, biting you and shit, bro. Like, I don't even fuck. You wouldn't even catch me near. Like, if I go to Australia, dude, I will
How cool would it be to go like toe to toe with a kangaroo, like without thinking about like dying? Like, how cool would it be? It would be really cool. But it's not gonna ever happen. I would never do it.
This isn't Kangaroo Jack, dude. Like they're gonna fuck you up.
I know that, but like just thinking outside, like
I'm worried. I'm scared to go to Australia. Like I would love to go, but from
I would go there
me,
just because the spiders they have, I can't deal with that shit. Their spiders are massive. I would not survive. I would not survive.
I don't know, man. Me and nature like that just don't combine. There's no way.
Prince Philip is dead at 99 years of age.
Oh man, he was looking bad.
Yeah, he looked like shit. He did a lot of bad things in his life, so whatever.
He looked bad. I mean, he looked dead for the last like 5 years.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But he did some bad things in his lifetime. So
rest in peace. I know the royal family's not looking too hot right now for the last couple of shows that we've spoken about, but this is definitely, you know, hearing about a death is never good news. So rest in peace to Prince Philip. I know we had another unfortunate passing as well, and another interesting name too, right? Bernie Madoff.
Bernie Madoff, a legend in his own making.
That's crazy that he's
yeah, I just always forgot he was in prison, I guess, which is wild. It's just, I guess it's been so long since Bernie Madoff went to prison. You know, one of the best. He's a genius. Great Ponzi schemer. I mean, did it all himself. Conned a lot of people into doing shit to make him money, and really made a lot of money. Robbed people of money, and genius. But you know, rest in peace. What a legend.
I agree. And another weird name to report on for deaths, unfortunately, but. Usually have a couple to report on, and that's the shit part about life, unfortunately. But it's the cycle of life. Like we talked about the birth on this show. A buddy of mine had one too. It's crazy to see that.
That's insane. Getting to that age, you start seeing people, you know, friends of yours have babies and things of that nature. It's pretty wild. But Elon Musk, Neuralink partner, says that we could probably build Jurassic Park if we wanted to.
I feel like there's nothing Elon Musk can't do. So,
but haven't we seen like 3 or 4 movies saying that's not a good idea?
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, Elon Musk views things as, can I do that thing? Can I push that limit? And
I mean, he definitely could, but bro, like we've had 4 movies that have told us not to do this because this is what happens. And then we all die from dinosaurs.
If anybody can do it, it's Elon Musk. And I'm confident.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared because he's probably going to do it.
If this is how we go, if it's
he's already flipping spaceships and coming back down with him in
midair. I know I was hearing about that underground rail that he is still working on. That's supposed to go from, I think it's here to Las Vegas or something along those lines. And it's supposed to go almost as fast as a plane, or I feel like because there's no, you don't need air traffic or anything anymore. It's all just underground with no disruptions. So if there's anything being built, anything you should invest in, I feel like Elon Musk is at the front of it nowadays.
You better have Elon Musk tweets notifications turned on, because if you do not, you're missing out on money. Invest in what he's investing in and you'll make yourself some money. Cryptocurrency is big. It's going to be the future. Invest in that. Dogecoin is at 10 cents now, or not 10 cents. Yeah, 10 cents. I think no.
To the moon. Of a
cent. Yeah. I have 2,000 shares of it. I'm living life right now. I'm over 200%. I'm fucking living life right now. It's nice. Over 200% return. Invest, baby. Invest your money.
The Dogecoin.
Yes, sir. The Dogecoin. The ETH is going up. BTC. Get on it, people. It's the future. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I gotta get it.
I know. Alex is big on it.
I got to get on it. I know a lot of people have been talking to me about it. So if that's Bitcoin or whatever the other one is, Ethereum or whatever.
Ethereum, that's the ETH. Yeah, that's a good one too. Those are good ones to have, and then you just keep investing in them. You know, reoccurring purchases, just keep them up like it.
I know Tesla is accepting all Bitcoin now, right? I think they even added Doge or Dogecoin or whatever to.
Yeah, Walmart is contemplating adding Doge.
Really, that's so wild.
Can you imagine what that'll turn into? Like if Walmart,
isn't that just bullshit at first, and now it's not like whatever.
Now it's not.
I think it's great.
I'm at like an average of 0.043 is how much each share of mine cost. That was the average cost for my 2,000 shares was 0.043. So like not even a nickel on the dollar. Like it was super cheap, about 2,000 shares of it. If this thing takes off and like a business like Walmart gets a hold of it or something like that, it's just gonna absolutely explode. And I can't wait for the the results from that. But we'll keep it moving, man. Former Bachelor lead, actually, Colton Underwood came out as gay recently. I think it was Good Morning America, if I'm correct. Interesting development. He said, this past year kind of, made people look at themselves in the mirror and all sorts of things. And I agree with it. You did a lot of looking in the mirror. And he's like, I've not been honest with myself. I haven't been honest with everybody else, and I'm gay. And he like came out, and that was that. And he's had a conversation. He came out on Good Morning America. So weird transition of events. He's got a restraining order from his ex-girlfriend or ex-fiance or whatever.
Really?
From the show. So
yeah, this is all kind of wild to me because with my lack of Bachelor knowledge, that's the one season that I do have knowledge with, considering I watched it from beginning to end with my ex.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, I watched that from beginning to end with my ex. So I definitely watched that one, and that's why it's extra shocking to me. I think it's great because, I got a buddy, for example, a really good buddy from college, and you could tell he was just drinking all the time and just a little angry and just something was off. And he came out gay later on in life, and I've never seen the guy happier in my entire life, living his best life. Just like you can see it in his face, his body, the way he talks, everything. It's just a different person. And it doesn't matter when you come out. I think that's awesome that you get the strength and, courage to do so. Definitely just shocking considering he came onto a dating show, to date a woman and then became The Bachelor, had a whole show with a flurry of women that he dated, like you mentioned, even proposed to one. And then now at this point, it comes full circle. So I definitely shocking, but awesome. If you're going to ask me.
Yeah. I mean, shocking and good for him. I'm super excited for him. He's going to be able to live the life the way he wants to live his life. And, he'll probably still get the same endorsements and everything that he did for, coming out and being honest. A lot of people are going to be respectful of that and, actually take that into account more so than something else. I think you're doing a, thing in terms of putting yourself out there and just being yourself. And that's something that, people look for in other people. So it's good for him. He'll be fine. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's doing next. Apparently he's got a Netflix show that's coming on. So we'll see how that goes. So that'll be interesting. See if he's going to even be on it or whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. And last but not least, the CDC and the FDA recommend pausing for the Johnson & Johnson vaccination.
Did you see why?
Because people were getting strokes, and there's only like 6 people out of like 7 million people that have gotten strokes or blood clots, right? Blood clots, excuse me.
Wow, that's crazy. And I think the Johnson & Johnson only getting one shot too. That's definitely bad.
Yeah, it's bad, but like the odds aren't that awful. Like 6 and 7 million people have gotten blood clots from it. Like it's a rare thing for it to happen to you, but it's not like the Moderna and Pfizer where they're pretty much solid proof. Like nobody's really had any major problems from those, and blood clots are a major problem. So it's kind of raising the eyebrows of people. Like, I don't want to get the Johnson & Johnson one. I need to get either Moderna or Pfizer. I
was looking at it that way anyways. I thought if there was all these brands were doing a double shot thing and someone said,
well, the AstraZeneca one got canned, I think.
I feel like stick to the main ones, right? I got Pfizer. I feel like if you can choose, try and stick to the ones
I
out.
got my first Moderna on Monday. So
Oh, really?
yeah, my second one's in a month. So it's exciting. I don't know why it takes so long, but I guess they're just spacing them out and getting people.
Yeah. I think Moderna was, I don't know if it was 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but I know Pfizer was 3.
Yeah, that's good. It's not bad. Yeah.
I'm just glad to
Just
hear everyone
ready.
getting to
Just
it.
I'm just trying to get back to normal, man. Like even if you're against it, just do it so you can get back to normal. You know, be able to see your friends, your family, people you want to see, do the things you want to do, concerts. Guys, I miss concerts so
Badly.
bad.
Bad.
Concerts, just things like that nature. Just going back to full everything, having full arenas at basketball, football games, football fields. Just, having back to normal, do it for the betterment of, society as a whole, even though, we all have our disagreements. You just got to agree on something so we can get back to normal and start interacting with each other again and being able to talk those things out instead of just lashing out on social media or all the stupid other shit that everybody does.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Let's get back to it. And like I said, today, my first official day, 2 weeks past the vaccine, good to go. Can't wait till everybody else is too. And I can see everyone and party and travel and do all that fun stuff that we've been missing so much. But that's all we have for you guys this week. Great show for us. Talked about a lot of different things. I love the beginning with different food topics going from fast food to cereal. Great interaction from everybody. So we really appreciate everybody joining us. You can check out all of our sponsors ticking below us right down there. Go shop for some gear. You can check it out at teespring.com/store/unwrapped. Go gamble with us at mybookie.ag. If you use code USN100, they will double your first deposit. So check it out at mybookie.ag. Code USN100. They'll be right down there. And of course, our Patreon. Go support us if you love us. $1 tier, $5 tier, and a $10 tier. Go get some perks. Go support a great network. People out here trying to do what we do. And we really appreciate all that support, guys. Caleb, any last words for our fam here?
I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming in. We appreciate all the fans, especially all of you guys who interact with us. If you haven't interacted with us, next time you're on watching us,
Please
interact with us. Go in the comment section. Let us know what you're drinking on. If you're having wine like myself tonight, you're chilling. If you're smoking with us, go ahead, let us know what you're smoking on. We talk about both of those every single time we're on. It's great interacting with you guys, especially over the puff passes and the roll-up pull-ups that we got going every week on our Twitter. So head over to our Twitter at Keeping It Blunt. It's an awesome Twitter page we got going week-to-week basis. We got a bunch of different, high things going on, a bunch of different crazy things, a bunch of shocking news, especially when it comes to cannabis, obviously. So head over there, shout out us. Perry, I want to thank you again, man, for having me as your co-host. We have a great time every single week. This week was, we really crushed it. We've kind of narrowed it down to what we really wanted as. We're still working on some things, but, we're doing well at it. I really like where this is headed. We're going the right direction. We couldn't do without the fans, obviously. But man, Perry, my brother, you having me on here week to week and, us having that 1 week to kind of refresh, get back to what we, just had a week, we needed that and then, get back onto it. It's refreshing first time back. I'm looking forward to it, this next run that we're about to have.
100%, bro. Well said. Again, thank you everyone for coming in. We got music coming back next week, different rendition, but music is coming back into the show. A lot of stuff that we're going to be changing up as well moving forward. And like Caleb said, we missed 1 week, but we're back. We're better than ever. And we had quite the episode. And again, appreciate everyone for coming in and hanging out with us. So from Caleb and I to you, have a great night. And we're going to see you guys next time. Make sure to keep it blunt, everybody.